Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus and I'm back and let's talk about what's going on. So last video, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I made the move and flipped my Machina MK3 and my Kai Fire MIDI controllers for a Rane 72 MK1. Now it's just like the MK2, except the faders are a little bit different, but I got this in mint condition used for just around the price of a B stock relooper elite mixer. So you might say, well, Mike, why did you get a mixer? Why did you flip the Machina MK3 and the Akai 4? I mean, not the Akai Force. Force right here. My bad. The Fire. Number one, let's say this. Number one, the Machina MK3 is a great controller if you like the 16-pad grid layout and you like the full tactile, having to touch everything. I think that's great. But for what I was doing, it's not working for me. You know what I'm saying? I prefer the 64-pad grid layout of the Force, the Launchpad, or the Ableton Push. So dope controller. I never played on a Machine Plus. I'm not thinking about purchasing one just to try it out. But for anybody out there that might say, well, Mike, why did you give it away? Just wasn't my style. It's not my preference. Worth trying out, but it's not for me. So I flipped it. And the Akai Fire. The Akai Fire, I did not like. I don't even like Fruity Loops. I still got Fruity Loops. I'm keeping it because I paid for it. And it's lifetime update, so I'm not sweating that. But it's something that, I can use if I'm traveling, but I prefer hardware, tactile stuff. But no, the Akai Fire is not good. It lacks velocity sensitivity. The scales mode lacks velocity. And I would assume with the size of those little pads that they would have made it some type of chord mode or something like that that would at least make that a little bit more functionable. You know what I'm saying? But it requires you to still use your mouse and clicking stuff and adjusting stuff. That wasn't for me. So I flipped both of those. Now, to get into the mixer. Okay. I DJ, right? My whole preference is to do this, right? So you kind of know, so you can follow me on this journey. Originally I was a musician that wanted to write songs, right? I suffered a really bad neck injury that took away my coordination and strength in my fretting hand. And I had to transition from playing guitar to production. Not a big deal because I study, learn my music theory, so the transition was quite easy. But yeah, I make a lot of instrumentals, I make a lot of beats. Now, the thing is, I want to perform. How can I perform that? By DJing. So, the way I'm going to DJ is not traditional. I don't think anything I do is traditional or the norm. So, if it works, it works. So, I picked up the Rane 72 MK1, right? It was a choice between that or the Pioneer or the Relooper. I think those are the three top flagship mixers. I wanted a mixer, not a DJ controller. I had a DJ controller before. I did not like it because of it felt like a toy. It was too plasticky. And somehow the software wasn't working in Serato. So I just put that to the side. But that was the initial idea of when I started releasing music. Make my music, DJ my music to create a experience that when you come to see Mike Venus, to hear Mike Venus, you getting Mike Venus. You're not getting Mike and everybody else or top 40 and all that. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I wanted to do. And being an independent artist, I have that luxury. So I can do that. So I didn't want a plastic controller. So I bought the mixer. Now this mixer comes with uh, 2 channels. It's got eight pads per channel, and then it has a bunch of pad modes, which helps because that allows me to be able to switch to different things and control different functions of the software from the mixer, where I don't have to touch the computer. And you got the full-on mixing capability of any mixer, so it's dope. And I can also use this if I wanted to, you know, sample sounds from either my guitar pedals, if I make instruments on it, or from the force, run it through the mixer. I can use the low pass, high pass filter, or the EQs to adjust the sound and run that out of the mixer back into the force. So it's great, and it has decent effects in the inside. So that's what I'm doing now. The way I'm mixing, or the way I'm planning on DJing, I'm DJing strictly with the mixer. Now somebody might say, well, Mike, that's not really DJing, because, you know, a DJ usually have turntables or media players like CDJs, or, you know what I'm saying? You just running the mixer. Yeah. Now I would not be doing it like Sick Kick. I know it's a lot of controversy with that individual, but I say this: what Sick Kick is doing, he's a producer and he's a singer. A DJ mixer is great if you were to perform with it, because it has built-in effects you can put on the mic. You got sampler, which that's the function he used, and you can toggle loops. You can one-shot it, or you can do like a gate mode where it only sounds whenever you hold it down. And he used that all to his advantage in conjunction with working with Ableton. So I'm not doing exactly what he does. I'm actually DJing where I'm blending and mixing tracks. So, you know, that's the difference. But no, I'm not doing what Sick Kid does. I don't even use the sampler of yet. I just mainly make my tracks and mix them. Now, this is what I'm planning on doing. I know a lot of people like, well, Mike, you've been saying you dropping music. I got a lot of shit going on out here outside of music. That's very important. That's crucial. That needs to be dealt with first. So that's why music has been put on the back burner. But what I plan on doing, when I release a project, I plan on releasing 3 of the same project. I'm going to release the regular version where I have the regular structure of the songs, right? Then I'm going to release a DJ version with extended intros and outros for mixing, right? If anybody liked the song, they want to mix it, right? And then I'm going to release a mix where I take the album that I release and then I perform a DJ thing and mix it. That's really what I'm aiming for. And, you know, it's a great way to push your brand. So that's what I've been up to. Let me know what you think in the comment section about my decision to use strictly the Rane 72 mixer with Serato DJ Pro only. No turntables, no media players. And, you know, would you like to hear any of those projects where, like I said, you have the extended version for DJs with longer intros and outros, the regular version, and then my mix. So let me know in the comment section. I'm glad to be back. Y'all be blessed. This is Mike Venus, La Soul. Till next time, Mike out.